everyone, my name is Juliet D. Tangaro, a BSHM student or Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. I'm here with you to discuss about the factors shaping organizational culture. Organizational culture is shaped by the interaction of four main factors, namely the personal and professional characteristics of people within the organization. Second factor is the organizational ethics, which composes of three: the societal ethics, professional ethics, and individual ethics. The third factor is the employment relationship or the nature of the employment relationship. And lastly would be the organizational structure. So, these factors work together to produce different cultures in different organizations and cause changes in culture over time. So, let's tackle first about the characteristics of people within the organization. The first factor is the characteristics of people within the organization. The ultimate source of organizational culture is the people who make up the organizations. If you want to know why cultures differ, so you should look at first at their members. An organization would not be called as an organization without people because we are the one who made for it. So, because we all know that organization is a group of people working together to accomplish a common goal. Just like nowadays, technology is very common. But without people, without human resources, that certain technology would not function because we people are the one who control over it. So, under this factor, we can identify the different characteristics of people within the organization. Let's take an example. You belong to a certain organization and you have observed that the members out there are having similar personalities, values, and ethics. And then you realize to yourself that you do not fit in that position because you are opposite to them. So as a result, you leave to an organization. As a result for that, people inside the organization become more and more similar. The values of the organization become more and more pronounced and clear-cut, and the culture becomes more and more distinct from that of similar organizations. Next factor is the organizational ethics. Organizational ethics composes of three, namely the societal ethics. Societal ethics are the moral values formalized in a society's legal system, in its customs and practices that its people follow in their daily lives. Example, videoke bar is very common nowadays, especially in our places. But in some places like Davao, videoke bar is strictly implemented that it will just operate just until 9 p.m. because it's part of the customs and practices of the society. So we should follow it. So another example is a restaurant. So any kind of restaurant. Example, we have an S&M restaurant here in Argao, which is located in Cebu. Another maybe in Manila, Davao, or maybe in Mindanao. Then as we all know, people living in Mindanao are Muslim people. And one of their practices and customs is not to eat meat, especially pork. And that restaurant, as a head of the restaurant, you should know that you don't have to serve meat in that places because the people out there, or I am referring to the Muslim people, that they're not used to or fond of eating pork. Another part of the organizational ethics is the professional ethics. professional ethics are the moral values that a group or similarly trained people develop to control the performance of a task or use their resources. People internalize the values and norms of their profession. They follow these norms when deciding how to behave. Example, when a teacher becomes pregnant, she should be married by a man because it's part of their professions and they can because it's part of their values and norms of their profession, or else she will be what do you call this one, out of the being a teacher. So another example is that professional ethics encourage doctors to act in best interest of their patients. In this ethics, it helps shape the culture and determine how their how members deal with each other or the people or in the group. The last part of the organizational ethics is the individual ethics. Individual ethics are the personal or moral values that people use to structure their interactions with other people. This will show how the characteristics of an individual towards others. Example, you are an honest kind of person. Maybe because it is how your family raised you or brought you. In that case, you will interact maybe to your friends or to your relatives in an honest way because that's how your family brought you. Another example is Vice Ganda. As we all know, Vice Ganda is a very well-known comedian in a television, an actor or an actress maybe, and since you idolize him or her, you follow or you adopt the way he interacts with people, and so you interact to your friends or to your relatives in an maybe give them jokes, make them laugh the way and how the way your idol interact with her friends, his friends rather. And this third factor of organizational culture is the employment relationship or the nature of employment relationship. The nature of the employment relationship is the third factor, which human resource practices like such as hiring, promotion, layoffs, and pays and benefit policies influence people to be motivated or whether or not they will work hard. Promoting employees in an organization makes employees to be motivated in their work. Example, if you are promoted as a supervisor in a certain company, of course you will be motivated to work because you are promoted. And promoting from within also retains a company, which also helps a company retain its highest performing employees. So if you see no prospect about promotion, then probably you'll search for another opportunities elsewhere. And the last factor of the organizational culture is the organizational structure. Organizational structure has two types, the mechanistic and the mechanistic structure and the organic structure. Mechanistic structure is tall or highly centralized and standardized, while organic structure is decentralized. So, as shown here on the board, like for example, this is the general manager. This is the manager of, and this is the different staffs in different departments. So we can say that this is a kind of mechanistic structure because it is in a highly centralized kind of structure. In this structure, the organizations is less productive because these staffs here will rely on the higher level because they cannot make decisions on their own. So they don't have the personal authority to decide a certain decision. While opposite to the mechanistic structure is the organic structure. The organic structure goes like this. This is an example of a organic structure. Like for example, this is the manager. This is his staffs here for the employees. So, as we can see, it is decentralized or in flat type of structure. In this organic structure, the production is they are very productive because each of them have the personal authority to make their own decisions. They are more creative and cautious in a way how to make decisions, and it is, as I've said, it is a very productive opposite to the mechanistic structure. Okay, that would be all for this day. Thank you so much for viewing.